What's up, everybody? We are working on a '03 Toyota Sequoia, and I actually sold this car probably at least 3 or 4 years ago. And the one bad thing about selling Toyotas is you don't make any money on them. They never break down. They never come back for anything. So he called up and he says, hey, I need some service work, which is great. I said, heck yeah, bring it in. And he gets here and I was thinking something like, running rough, electrical or something like that. Nah, just leaking valve cover gaskets. So in this video, we're gonna be putting valve cover gaskets on an '03 Sequoia. All right, let's do it. We're sitting at about 248,000 miles, a little over 248,000. This thing is not even skipping a beat. Let's take a look and see what we got. Oh yeah, back corner's leaking on the driver's side. And pretty much the whole bottom side of the passenger side is leaking. All right, we're gonna slap some valve covers on it. So let's get into it. So looking at the valve cover gaskets here, it's pretty basic, pretty simple. Only thing I'd be careful of is, like this hose right here, I can see is dry rotted. If it don't break, I'll be surprised. But I'm gonna start by taking the coil packs out. Every single one of them is gonna be just like that, sticky. Gonna be tight. All right. Regroup for a second. I think we got some dirt up underneath these clips. He does not want to come out. So if you get one like this, just be careful, get a little pick and try to work that tab up and pull at the same time. It's just stuck, it's just old and they're brittle. And you might end up breaking a clip like this, but if you do, when you put it back on, you can always just use a little bit of dab RTV on it. There we go. Got lucky. Didn't break any of them. So let's move these out of the way. We're going to take this line, and see this line here? It's already ripped. So we have to go back with that one there. We'll go back with new on that. It's to be expected though, working on older cars, you're going to end up ripping something, breaking something. You be as gentle as you can. I think this one will be all right with that. I'm gonna take that out of the way, I think. Coil pack's got a 10 millimeter. Lose the extension. I think we're all right right now. Yeah. Give me about a couple more weeks, maybe. Huh? It's fine. We're good. Yeah, I'm good. All right, have a good one. Huh? Just use it. Whatever you want, man.
Yeah, it's easy.
That's fine with me.
Have a good day.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right, bye-bye. Whenever you're pulling the coil, always look around and make sure there's no oil in here, because there's a ring in here that a lot of times can leak, get down there and cause a misfire. It's a good time to inspect the coils too. I think this This valve cover gasket is just going to be leaking on the outside. Because we didn't have a misfire, we didn't have nothing like that. So I'm pretty certain on that. You know, as screwed up as that is there, I think I'm going to try to take it off. That hose in the back side up here, maybe take it off as a unit. Maybe take the hose off with the valve cover. Might be easier. Might see if I can buy this hose for the customer because it is brittle, and if it breaks, that's right off the intake. That will cause a major vacuum leak. So everybody uses something different. I have a hook like this, and I actually broke the tip of it. But I grinded it down where it's kind of flat, and I get up underneath these hoses and try to work around it. But I think I've already broke that one, so I'm gonna grind it down. Good as new. I don't think this hose is gonna make it though. Yeah, it's splitting his ass off. All right, we're definitely gonna buy that for the customer. Even though it's been, I don't know, 3 or 4 years since I sold this thing, I'm gonna warranty this out for him anyway. Just courtesy. It's the things you do that give you your repeat customers. So I'm taking this out of the way. Just because. Gasket right here. I'm going to place that gasket too. So we should be just about ready to pull this cover. All right. There's a handful of 10mm bolts to go around it. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. I don't know if you guys have electric ratchet when you're working at home. Well worth the money if you don't. Get my fat ass up here now. Good on the back side. We are good on this side. We're just all around good today. Oh, bastard. Off my damn extension. There's one more on the back side. Hiding. Let me guess, the one that's the way in the back is gonna be the strip one, ain't it? No, we got this. We got this. Well, just when I praise the electric ratchet, you got one back there that's kind of stripped. You gotta go to a manual ratchet. You always got one, don't we? Horseshit. Look at that. That's what was wrong. That bitch is snapped off in there. So, you know what that means. Drill and tap time. Oh yeah. So, the gasket, hard and brittle. But, looking at that back bolt back there, let me show you what we got going on. Let's see if you can see that. But she is broke off right here. Believe it or not, I got a tool for that. And it usually works pretty good. Let's hope we get lucky. And believe it or not, it's this. And hopefully this will work. I'm hoping it will. It's got rollers inside, and when you go counterclockwise to loosen something up, it goes against the stud, bites on and pulls it out. So let's hope that works. You know what? Let's try and give y'all a better view about that right there. Try it without extension first, I guess. That's what I was worried about. It stud's a little too small. Nope. All right. Let's try a pair of vice grips. Look, I got something to work with. I'm gonna open up the bitch. All right, let me get a better setup. These vice grips suck. You know I'll holler if I need you. Ha. Do you have like a pair that's not rounded in the middle?
Very square. It's called square jaw.
It might do it. Damn. Oh, motherfucker. No, now we're just getting worse. Clipping the lights fucking off. All right, we're gonna need to regroup, guys. Let me see what I'm gonna do about that. All right, well, it is jacked off in there. Let me regroup. I'm gonna have to get a drill down in there and try to drill it out now. Keep your fingers crossed. All right, so the game plan is gonna be, I'm gonna try and drill it out. If you have to do something like that, make sure you cover the area up, and I'm gonna put a little bit more around it so you don't get any shavings up inside this head here, especially with the overhead cam like this. So, you know, it goes to show you, it's never an easy job. You think something's gonna be simple, it just takes a turn for the worst. So, you know, he broke off the stud. Of course, it's the one in the very back. I go to get my tool here, that angle drill, help me get to it. Watch this. Look at that bit. So I guess the last time I used it, must have bent the freaking shaft in it. All right, this project's done to tomorrow. Need to go out and get me another one of these angle bits. Back in business, baby. All right, let's get this thing tapped out and get these gaskets on and get this job freaking done. You're trying to start off with a little bit smaller bit. Just a wee bit smaller. When you're doing it, go kind of slow. You don't need to go really fast with your RPMs on the drill bit, because if you do, you'll end up burning up the bits. So just go kind of slow. Matter of fact, the gun I'm using is an air gun, and it's got a real slow torque to it. Good thing about it is I can drill all the way through, because the tab on this is only, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch thick, and then it comes all the way through. So worst case scenario, I could drill it out and put a nut and bolt. That's the first one. Now let me squirt it off, blow it off a little bit. So I'm going with an 8mm size bolt, and we're going to try to tap it out that way. All right, here we go. Come on, work with me. Don't mind being a bag hole. I know I got this stupid cable coming out of the firewall. That's like right in line with what the heck I'm trying to do. And it wants to be a bear. We're almost through though. Like I said, it wasn't very thick. It's only a, I don't know, a 1/4 inch wide thickness of aluminum we had to go through. So we're close. All right, we are through. Damn, it's killing on my knees, that's for sure. Now let's make sure the boat fits. Oh, hell yeah. We are in like Flynn. All right, we're good to go. Let's get this job finished up. All right, got the valve cover all cleaned up. This is the gasket set going on. You can see this one is not brittle, so this is gonna work out just fine. Part number on this thing is, guess what, it helped if I didn't cut through the freaking package. It is VS50592. All right, we're gonna flip it over. This is the hole the coil packs go through. First thing I'm gonna do is replace all these seals with your new ones. This is what I was telling you. A lot of times these things here, they'll get hard and brittle. This wasn't far from leaking, I can promise that. There you go. Now when you go to put the new ones back in, there's 4 tabs. Just bend them up a little bit, put the new one in, and then bend it back down. But it's kind of pain in the butt, in my opinion, to do it before. Again, just something like this, just find what works for you. Because what works for me may not work for you. Get it all cleaned out really good. Make sure there's no dirt and debris in there or any excessive oil. Whew, overdressed for the day, man. I wore me some long sleeve shirts under this t-shirt here, and they've got it freaking 400 degrees in the shop. Again, you gotta get these tabs all the way out of the way. I mean, I get why they did it, but probably a little bit of an overkill. I'm sure that gasket wouldn't have fell out if you didn't do this. All right, just about there. When you're putting this gasket in, if it sits in there pretty good, you don't really need to use any snot, I call it, basically, to hold it in place. This one seems to be fitting pretty snug, so I think we're okay. The biggest thing is make sure it's setting down all the way, you don't have any issues. That's why when you go to put it back in, you know we are good. Make sure it's in there good and tight. All right, let's get it on the car. All right, going back with the valve cover. No real big tricks about it, you just kind of go back with it. That came from somewhere, didn't it? All right, we got it laid in place. That's the biggest thing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is on the back side, I'm gonna start that one bolt that we had to tap out, and then I'll work myself this way. I'm just gonna hand tighten all of them right off the bat. So I can't believe I lost my extension down there somewhere. I had been all over this thing looking for it. All right, now that I got it hand tight, I'm gonna go back with my electric ratchet. And we'll snug her down. We're dead. Got no juice left. All right, back in business, baby. You know, just because I've had so much bad luck with this valve cover gasket, definitely gonna go by and check them all one more time with my hand ratchet. I don't know. Something tells me just to do it. I'm guessing whoever did the last valve cover job did not want to cross this bitch back in the back. It was, this back bolt was crossed going in. I had to tap it out, drill it, put another one in there.
You already did?
Yeah, that's what took me so long.
Well, you get one of the things you lay on. I mean, they're nice. It's actually a tool tray, plus you go right over top of the truck.
What do you mean lay on?
It's a ladder, and you put your stomach on
Really?
a pad, and it's so you can lean over trucks.
Huh. I have not seen that. What do you see it on Facebook?
No, dude, Bases has had them for years. You can get them. Amazon's got them. Everybody's got them for about $230. The tool company we buy from, they have them. I think it's like $240 or something. Some are better than others. You gotta watch which ones you buy.
Oh, I think that's good. Go ahead and go back with the coil packs, get them in place. One thing about a coil pack, in case you guys didn't know, they're all the same. It doesn't matter which one goes where. They are not cylinder specific. Go ahead and get the bolts back into them. Like I said before, to make sure you guys fully understand whenever you're doing this, always start by hand tightening them first. You know, just get 3 or 4 threads started so you know you've got them right. Especially when you're dealing with the older vehicles, because you don't never know who's been in there before, who's done what. And you just snug these down. You're not looking to break any torque specs or anything. Stick my new gasket on here. Go ahead and get these plugged in. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nice. So we got a couple of them that are jacked. This one's gonna go like this. We're gonna definitely replace that one. I'm gonna go over there and get one to go here, but it's gonna have a little bit more of a loop simply because that's a factory bin. I called it, they didn't have it in stock, and he needs his vehicle, so we're gonna just make one up on that. This is gonna go right here, That's gonna go right there. And that one's gonna go just like this here. So we need to make these up. And there, everything here, if you look, it's just hard and brittle, so you might as well take care of what you can right now. And when we're going back with it, just take a little bit of grease, just go around it, kind of helps slide it on a little bit better, because that plastic is old and brittle too. And the last thing we want to do is break that. Now I'm gonna put a couple, I think, hose clamps on that, because that's a little bit loose, but it is 10 times better than it was. So we need 2 hose clamps for this. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So back to what we were doing. This one's a little bit loose, should I say? Just snug it a little bit. You definitely don't want any leaks on any of your hoses at all. Some of them run to your evap, some run to the gas tank, some run to filters. You know, everyone serves a purpose, so you want to make sure they're all snug. Good to go. All right. I'm gonna, like I said earlier, everything was so dry rotted that it has these clips here, but I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna wire tie this one like this, and I'll wire tie this up out of the way like this, just to keep them from flopping around. And then we're gonna put on this last one right here. I just trust this better than I do the old brittle clips that were there. One last hose, get it done. Because I couldn't get this hose, I went ahead and made one like this, but I'm cutting off this outer housing here, and I'm going to put it on the other one and just kind of wire tie it in place. That's the game plan anyway. Hopefully it'll come apart without a bunch of BS. But everything else has been fighting me on this, so why not this too, right? Come on, man. Good lordy be. Well, like I was telling you, you start off with a game plan all the time, but not everything goes as planned. Sometimes you got to improvise as you go along. And this is a perfect example. Simple little valve cover gasket job turned into a freaking disaster. A potential disaster. How's that sound? But we got her now. All right, that's on this. We're gonna put this one, get the other end connected up in here. Let's get this wire tied on so it doesn't come off. Yeah, I know. Overkill on the straps, right? Just don't want it to come off. I'll put one more too. Right here. Snip. All right, that just goes to show you, not everything goes as planned. Simple little valve cover gasket job turned into a fiasco between the bolt breaking, the hoses breaking, and everything else. So whenever you're doing one of these at home, if you start running into problems, take a step back, evaluate the situation, and just keep on moving forward. Just when you do it, make smart decisions along the way so you can make sure it's done correctly. All right, it's just a rinse and repeat for the left side. I say repeat, I'm hoping I don't have to tap any holes on that side. Hopefully it's just a simple in and out. Once I get that other cover on there, fingers crossed, right? Once I get that side done, we'll go ahead and start it and we'll check it for any leaks. All right, catch you in a bit. Can't even reach in that way, can I? Oh, shit. All right, we start this thing up and let's check it for some leaks. The biggest concern I got is the one on the driver's side, that back side we had to tap out and put a new one in. About this side's looking good too. All right, guys, everything checks out. We got no leaks, thank the Lord. I was thinking that left side may give me a little bit of a fit, you know, but it tapped out good. The bolt went in there good and secure, and we are done. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'm sure in this video, I'll probably get a shitload of comments. All right, guys. All right, catch you later.